Woo! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news and also other news. Look, I'm going to say from the get-go, I'm not going to get excited about any of these transfer rumors, links, whether they come to Chelsea football. I'm just not going to get excited unless and until, as I said in a few videos back, unless and until I see the certain players that are coming to or possibly coming to Chelsea Football Club, if they don't directly help us to win the Premier League right now, Premier League or the Champions League right now, obviously when I say right now, I don't mean this season. This season's a write-off again. But if I don't see that whoever's coming into the football club, whether it's players, whether it's managers, whether it's the hierarchical structure, any of the personnel there, if they're not directly coming in to help us win the Premier League and the Champions League, then I'm telling you, it's all a waste of time. It is all garbage. It is all not worth it. I'm not falling for it anymore. I'm telling you right now, you can sit there and say, oh, Bami is so negative, so negative. I don't want to come to this channel. It's so negative. You're the problem. You're the problem. Because you allow for mediocrity. You accept all of this nonsense. I am not going to accept it. Our team, we need a couple of killers up front. We need absolute bosses in the defense. And only then we're going to start winning the Premier League. Because if anything else, just making it 4th, 5th, 6th, no, that's not Chelsea Football Club. That's not what Chelsea Football Club's about. So this brother, Jeremy, I don't want to wear a jacket, whatever his name is. Jeremy Jacquet. I'm not really sure. French, Ligue 1, from Rennes. I'm not going to get excited. Whether this happens or not, and that's a big question mark in itself, I still don't know whether we're actually going to go out there and buy a centre-back. We're going to get into the news, but I wanted to set the standard from the get-go that you cannot expect any sort of excitement from me, from any of these players coming to Chelsea Football Club, because they're absolute unknown quantities. This brother apparently only has 34 Ligue 1 appearances so far over the last 3 seasons. He's only, I believe, 20 years old. I don't need more 20 years old. I've got Anselmino. I've got Mamadou Sarr. I've got Achapong. Achapong should be the one that I should be investing on as a young, centre-back or right-back, whatever. I actually like him as a centre-back more than a right-back. Why are we just willy-nilly? This is how we willy-nilly just throw the money. Why are we looking for experience? Don't we have enough development players? Don't we have that? I could understand if someone said, oh, but Miz, it's good to have some of these, potentials for the future. Brother or sister, we have plethora of potentials. That's all we have, potentials. Potential's not going to get me to win the Premier League, because if that's not what you're trying to achieve, if you're not trying to achieve to win the Premier League, then you are wasting time and everything else is garbage. So let's get on with it. Chelsea's mission. Chelsea had a face-to-face meeting with Jacquet on Friday. Rennes want club record 55 million fee. 55 million. You know why Chelsea might not entertain 55 million, because that's hefty, but they'll entertain something nearby, maybe a 45 with some add-ons, because you know why? His wages are low. So overall cost of this player is going to be low. But 55 million, I mean, there's no shame in the market anymore, man. Anyone these days just goes for 55 million, it seems. 20-year-old defender, young defender from French Ligue 1, Rennes, the football club Rennes, and they've slapped a 55 million price tag on him. He shouldn't be any more than 20 million, seriously. Even with the potential, the future potential on the player, even with that, He shouldn't be more than 20, let's say maximum 30 million, 55 million. And I know we're not going to pay that. I understand we're probably not going to pay 55 million. Sure. Even if we end up paying, let's say 40, we agree something around there. And as I said, whether this happens or not, that's a question mark too. But let's suppose that it is somewhere around 40 to 45 million. Can we get someone with a little bit more experience? Can we get a 24, 25, 26, 27, 28? Can we get a 27, 28-year-old? Is that okay? Chelsea don't want to spend this much at the moment, but he's who they want. Talks ongoing. He's who they want. Chelsea wants Jeremy Jacquet. I want to ask you guys the question, people that are watching. Jeremy, please wear a jacket. Is he going to help us win the Premier League next season? And if you think yes, well, fair enough. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to help. Like, we're going to have to wait. He's 20. We have to wait. He's going to make mistakes. I wanted a ready-made defender, man. A defender that's going to come in, is good on the ball, is good defensively, and is going to help us win the Premier League, win the Champions League, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Breaking, Chelsea are ready to submit a first official offer of around 43 million. Well, there you go. What did I say? Roughly around 40, 45 million or 43 million for Jeremy Jacquet. Rennes won more than 60 million euros, 52 million to sell Jacquet in January. I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. The amount of money that we've splashed since this ownership. Like, it's not even about the money. It's not that we don't have money. We have plenty of money. It's how we are spending it. We're not spending it. Like, all this money that we've spent, had we actually spent it properly, we would have been ready to win stuff right now. Top class manager, top class players, and go. Let's go. But no, we want to buy all of these young players, development players, grow them. And do you know what? Large parts of the fan base have got themselves turned into accountants. Some of them trying to tag me on social media. Oh, Miz, trust me, this is a better deal than Mark Guéhi to Man City. Look, I wasn't even the biggest fan of Mark Guéhi, but I at least acknowledge the fact that he's a good defender. Now, him going to Manchester City, if you just look at Mark Guéhi on his own, some of you guys might not be so excited about that. But Mark Guéhi is going to Man City littered with superstars. They've added Semenyo and Mark Guéhi. I know they lost against Man United. I get that. They're still not out of the woods. I understand that Arsenal are going to win the Premier League. I get that. But Manchester City are adding 2 quality players on top of all the quality that they have. We are trying to add Jeremy Jacquet. On top of all the other secondary defenders that we have. Jeremy Jacquet himself is still a secondary defender. No one can sit here and say, oh, nah, Miz, trust me. He's already the final product. He's the final boss. He's not. Every other defender that we have is a secondary defender. Yeah, you can say Wesley Fofana, but Wesley Fofana can't play more than 1 game a week. Everyone else is secondary. Now we're bringing in another secondary defender. It's going to take him a while if he can achieve becoming a primary defender. We should be looking at someone ready-made primary defender that comes in the ilk of Thiago Silva, in the ilk of Rudiger, in the ilk of Sergio Ramos. That level. Yeah. Mickey van der Ven, for instance, of Spurs. He's not looking to sign a new contract. He's a top quality defender. Schlotterbeck of Dortmund, top quality defender. Rudiger supposedly might not get another contract with, Real Madrid. That's experience. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, about me. Rudiger's so washed. He's so washed already. Schlotterbeck, that's Dortmund. Oh, good luck. Good luck with Jeremy Jacquet. Good luck with Jeremy Jacquet. That's all I'll say. 43 million. Breaking. Chelsea are ready to submit a first official offer of around 43 million for Jeremy Jacquet. Big up to Chelsea for doing that. New late night update. Chelsea in the last 24 hours have held direct talks with Rennes over Jeremy Jacquet. Chelsea want him. They believe that in the summer, many clubs will go for him. So let's try and get him now. There are two other options on the list. Now, see, I hate when they try and sort of make us feel like, oh, you know, fear of missing out, FOMO, right? Get this guy now, or else next, in the summer window, many other clubs, like let's say Liverpool come after him. Liverpool got Van Dijk and Konate. Now Konate could leave, no problems. You still got Van Dijk. Oh, Man City could come after him. Man City got some top defenders as well. Arsenal could come after Arsenal. What I'm trying to say is that every other team, big teams, they've actually got a good, solid start. We don't have a good, solid start. We need to build a foundation, and we cannot be building foundation with Jeremy Jacquet. I'm sorry. You need someone who's ready to go right now. Then you can add your Jeremy Jacquets on the side. You have to have a primary defender first. You can't just bank on all of these secondary defenders to one day become a supreme defender. By then, you've got problems elsewhere. You know, maybe you don't have good wingers anymore. Maybe you don't have good midfielders anymore because they've all effed off. Chelsea are cautiously optimistic they will sign an elite centre-back this month. There are some targets yet to be revealed by sources. Look, it's so ironic, man. Enzo Maresca was talking about getting a centre-back last summer, and Chelsea hierarchy denied him of that. I think they got upset because he went public on it. Maybe that's something he shouldn't have done. He did what Glasner's doing right now. Glasner probably looked at Enzo Maresca and thought, yeah, I'm going to go become a Maverick. Glasner said some mad stuff recently. But then again, Glasner kind of has, the right, I suppose, to say that because his team's been decimated. But it's crazy how our hierarchy last summer thought that, nah, we don't need a new centre-back. Let's make do with what we have. Yet here we are in January. Now we want to look for a new centre-back. As I said, the accountability. There's no accountability at Chelsea Football Club. You can make mistakes. You can keep flopping all the time in the hierarchy. And you continue on. There's no changes whatsoever. Your contract is forever deemed to be well. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Jeremy Jacquet. What do you guys think about him? Is this going to change? Is this actually going to make a change to Chelsea Football Club at all? Are we going to get better? Are we going to defend a lot better? I don't know. I'll leave it with you guys. You let me know. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, some other news to let you guys know about. We've got Lego and more clapping to come. I got sent a really good article which I enjoyed. Rosenior brings up the viral quotes from an article in the Daily Mail recently. I mean, this Mr. Liam Rosenior is a funny man. Seems like obviously he saw, as I said, all of this clapping, taking the gloves off and clapping and making sure the players can see that he's appreciating, building Legos to, build chemistry and the bond with the team. I said in my video that these players, these managers, they're aware. They see on social media. So Kieran Gill, I don't know what he did with that article, but then again, the club's probably allowed him to write that. It's mad, but Liam Rosenior is having a laugh. It's funny that he finds the funny side of this, and yeah, let's see, man. Liam Rosenior, as I said, he's not a dumb individual. He's actually quite smart. Rosenior encourages Chelsea hierarchy to keep coming in the dressing room. See, this for me is very, very strange. They have done every time I had a game at Strasbourg, home and away. Actually, they did. They were in the dressing room. It's nothing to do with a debrief. It's to give confidence. It's to talk. It's to collaborate. It's to think together. They were in there after Arsenal, and I encourage them to keep coming. So, look, once again, Kieran Gill, I don't know, man. They found the right guy. Put it this way: Clear Lake Capital, you found the right guy with Liam Rosenior, who's not gonna, who's not gonna ruffle the feathers, who's not gonna, he won't rattle anything. He's gonna make sure that the owners are always kept happy, and he's the ultimate yes man. He is definitely the ultimate yes man. How long does this charade last for? We'll see. But it was, he seems like he was quite fine with it at Strasbourg, and it seems like he's going to be quite fine with it at Chelsea. I just don't understand why the owners would be so keen to go to the dressing room to catch up with the players, give them confidence. Like, any other time is fine as well. You don't need to go and see them after every match. I don't get it. After the Arsenal game, losing 3-2, the last thing players want to do is see owners come in there. Yeah, happy for you guys to go during training sessions and you want to catch up with a few players, give them some confidence booster. Like, after the match, can you allow the manager and the team to kind of let them take care of business? Why do you need to be there? It's just, and then again, is this a new thing? No, it's not. This has forever been the thing of our owners, and they seem like they want to continue doing this. So, yeah, we can complain, but it's really going to go nowhere. Chelsea's logic behind Buonanotte: better to do a loan deal than force a long-term mistake if the attackers they truly appreciate weren't available last summer. So, trying to justify Buonanotte: better to do a loan deal than force a long-term mistake. Why? Why even do a loan term? It's not like you've played him a lot. What was the point? Was the loan deal required? You just wasted time. You wasted his time. You wasted our time. And in the middle, you had to pay wages. We probably could have done without him anyway. It's not like he participated a lot. He didn't. It's just, once again, utter incompetence. Why are we in a position where, we want our long-term targets, but we're unable to get them, and then we have to get a loan that is not fruitful? For me, that's stupidity. You should be working towards the long-term target way before. And you should have multiple options available. If your long-term target that you want, you don't get, have a solid alternative to it. Our alternative cannot be Buonanotte, please. So yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest. The biggest news so far is Jeremy Jacquet. That's the biggest news that's happening at the moment. Me personally, I'm not going to get excited. I'm just not going to get excited. I'm not going to get excited until I see my football club being serious to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Until then, I'm sorry. What am I getting excited about? These players, I don't even know who they are. They're unknown quantities. Maybe because Liam Rosenior has got some knowledge of Liga, maybe he's also put in his 2 cents that, yeah, he's a good defender. But look, it don't matter to me. It don't matter. Until and unless I see that we're on target to win the Premier League or the Champions League, it don't matter. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Bye.